recreated WrestleMania 1, the redone edition. Let's begin. So a few facts. The event took place on March 31st, 1985. The WWF World Championship was not on the line. The main event was a 2-on-2 tag match with Jimmy Snuka in Hoke's corner and Bob Orton Jr. in Piper's. This was Hogan's first of 8 WrestleMania matches. 22 wrestlers participated at this event. Now, a few rules. If those who've already seen it before, I'm only going to review matches that made TV. I'm going to judge on the accuracy of the attire. What that means is that the attire, 90% matches, if the boots are a little bit off or maybe there's miscolored socks, I'm not really going to count that. So, with that being said, we're going to streamline this. So, WrestleMania 1, Match 1, I'm only going to talk about the action figures right off the gate. We cannot recreate this match. Tito has an LJN figure. Playboy Buddy Rose has an AWA figure, but that's not the Executioner. He was the Executioner in the matches, but no, we can't recreate this match at all. On to match 2, King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones. We have figures of them, but they are not from the actual attire, so if you're seeing the red X and you're seeing the figures, I'm only going to put a green check mark symbol if the match can be recreated and it's accurate. It can be recreated, and we're going to go over the statistics later on, but that's how I'm going to do that from now on. Then WrestleMania 1, Match 3. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Matt Bourne. There is no Matt Bourne figure out there. The best we can find is a Doink the Clown figure. He did wrestle as the Doink the Clown. Match 4, David Summertino versus Brutus Barber Beefcake. I tried to find a Beefcake figure that closely represents around that attire, but there's David Summertino. He does not have an action figure, so currently he's what we call the Void. He's in the Void. This match would be in the Void because it's not possible. You cannot even recreate it with a Remco or an AWA because he only wrestled. He did wrestle here and there sporadically, but he never got an action figure. Then WrestleMania 1 Match 5. I've also again changed a lot of the text out. This is the redone series. So instead of just having a picture, or instead of having the word Intercontinental Championship, I just found a nice picture of the Intercontinental Championship. So if there's a title match up in the corner or somewhere on the paper, means there was a title involved. Greg the Hammer Valentine versus the Junkyard Dog. And you can see here he's wrestling in red trunks and red boots. I couldn't find any figures that have that. I see a black or yellow. Junkyard Dog is very reminiscent of his Stars attire almost here. I think there was some stars on there. It might have been before that, just a little bit. But again, it's not accurate anyway. Then on to the tag team title match. The U.S. Express, Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. The only way you're going to find them close enough is you got Barry Windham and Jack Specific with the red, white, and blue. Mike Rotunda only ever became the IRS, so his figure form's not quite there. If they make him one day, maybe they'll make U.S. Express down the line. But you can recreate it; it just would not be accurate. Now to the 7th match, Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd. Now, I'm going to not count this as accurate because even though someone said use the short hair, I found the short-haired version. But those are blue trunks, and you can see right there he's wearing black with blue. So the boots are correct, but the trunks, and to me the attire kind of is the main clothing piece that counts. Big John's accurate, red boots, white. I mean, you get some Mattel versions of that, but it's black trunks with blue boots. I've only ever seen like black trunks with yellow boots in Mattel, so it was not actually accurate. But you can recreate it many different times. Then we've got another match that goes to the Void because there is no Leilani Kai. Wendy Richter is the only one who has an action figure, and it took us forever to get even her. But this is the representation of the attire, the belts, As you can see, she's holding, has a black strap, which I think it was the black strap at the time. I could find a picture of the pink, so I put that up there. Then the main event, very short WrestleMania compared to some of the future ones, but you got Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. This match can be recreated, but it won't be accurate. Right there, you've got the only Mr. T wrestling attire figure. He has his boxing match, but this is the closest, and it's blue and white stripes, not red and white. So currently, and then of course, Mr. Wonderful, we just got a release Legends before his passing. That's from his WrestleMania 1 attire. So that's perfect right there. Hogan and Piper, they didn't really change their gimmick, so you can easily recreate this match. Just pretend that Mr. T wore blue and not red. Alright, we're going to break it down now. So the stats are you could not recreate this entire event as you're missing two people, David Summertino and Lonnie Kai. You can recreate it, but only 77%. Then we also did a thing where we're going to break down each time. The winner of this was Mattel. Mattel has 81%. It has 18 figures of the total 22 that took place at this event. However, nothing is accurate. There was no match that was accurate in attire form. So WrestleMania 1, as far as accuracy, we're a long ways away. Now, from the old videos you may have watched that took way longer, I've decided to try to condense this, shorten it, be under 10 minutes, make it not feel like a drag. So, and after every 5 WrestleMania, starting with WrestleMania 1, I've decided to include a little segment I like to call the customized. That was his custom theme from 2000, or well, it's not custom theme, but his heel theme. There was a face, but this represents more of his invasion early storyline look. A lot of his developmental look before he came back with the spiders on the arms. Again, this was made by Rough Figures. It represents the time of him as more of a WCW tag champion, pretty much on the developmental scene, or development scene, I should say. It is a great figure. Rough Figures makes great figures. It's playable. It's posable. I currently have him building me another figure that I will show off during WrestleMania 5's video. But pretty much every 5 videos of this series, I'm going to show off what I call a custom figure appreciation. Even though we're going over only figures that have been mass released, I still want to say, hey, there's great customizers out there. I want to, show off their work. I'm not personally going to sell this one right now, and if I did, it's probably going to be around the cost since I paid that much for it. But in the future, if somebody out there is a customizer and you want to try to get your picture or your figure seen out there and try to sell them and whatnot, I understand some people make this a hobby living situation. There are great customizers out there. Send in the send me an email or try to get a hold of me in the comments. Send me the pictures. I usually want about 4 photos of it, front, back. Details on the attire a little bit. If there's tattoo work, maybe that. And then maybe a little bit about the figure. If it's posable, or if it's only display, if it's like a statue, whatever you want to do. I'm not a talented customizer, but I do appreciate talented customizers out there. And I want to say with Rough Figures, this figure is top notch. I can't wait to maybe update and get a Sean O'Hare from more of the 2003 run he had, but for now, this figure is perfect for my fig fed. As always, I want to thank you for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment. Thanks again, and please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the WrestleMania 1 edition redone. We're going to be doing back the first 9 videos I posted with better suggestions, a lot smoother streaming, some music. So feel free to subscribe. Ring that bell. The redone series will have a customer appreciation every 5 WrestleMania. So on the 5th one, the 1st, the 5th, and the 10th, you will see a customized figure. And we will appreciate the look of it, the playability of it, the design of it, and overall just how cool people are at this stuff. Again, I've added in photos to try and help compare the two, and I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you next time at WrestleMania 2, the Redone Edition.